This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards.
1st down, Carolina.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, ends up going for negative play.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, going to the air with Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee, who's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and he takes it in, touchdown, Washington.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team.
And it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move.
2-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Panthers.
Here's McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Buying time to his left. He's going to hit. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought
the tackle by Cole Holcomb.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Does the big boy have the juice? And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Tucker McCann.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
McCaffrey with the carry for Carolina. The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Washington 13. Panthers 3.
Second and 7.
Brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go play action here on 1st down. The throw taken in by Sims. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return. Here from Westbrook, this will be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Different story this. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd down, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
23.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Love now to pass on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes this Washington 30. Panthers 3. Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Christian McCaffrey.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
45-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A 62-yard attempt.
Final play of the half. Love slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Staying on the ground, it's Love.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 3rd and 2. Love with it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, here's Love. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 33. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Love again, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
To kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The ball carrier.
And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 27.
McCann's kick up and good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A 28-yard
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Love here. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
7.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Able to slither by. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, That should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown,
from 8 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead.
For the point after.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you get
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 17, Dolphins 5. Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's taken down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
On the screen, this is Evans.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Dolphins' 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Watch 50. Watch 50. Push him back. Push him back. Slide. 36.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Joey Sly set to kick.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert on first down now. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
55,
Back to throw here, Herbert. Henry's got it, out on the left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Titans 17, Dolphins 12. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert being chased out left. Pass incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Derrick Henry, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Complete.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert now. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. A toss right to Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
Touchdown, Titans!
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Prater on to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 27, Dolphins 15.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Ball at the 23, second and 8.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15.
He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
I'm feeling like I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bells, because I was a blessed with no respect. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and go to the check. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick.
Tonight's final score.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tennessee, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.